So hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review on a very strange week. It's going to be a long review. I've got a story to tell and some of you will be amazed at some of the crap I've had to endure this week. So we're going to be reviewing this. It's in Lidls Beer Festival. A Marshmallow Milk Stout, 7.4% made by Barneys Beer. I can't say I've ever heard of Barneys Beer, but that doesn't mean a lot to me because I enjoy a lot of breweries. So it's from Barneys Beer, Summerhall Brewery, Edinburgh, Scotland. So Scottish beer, good on. So yeah, got this in the beer festival yesterday. It's ongoing, but like all good beers, they only have X amount of stock. So to be sure of getting any beers that you want to get, check out my beer haul video, it's already on. But yeah, if you want stuff, make sure you get there early because if stuff sells out, then they're very unlikely to have it again. So yeah, what a week. There we go. That's good, isn't it? Good advertising. So as you know, I applied for a job, got a job. At the start of this week, there was a conversation with the new manager because we've been two-peed over. I've never been two-peed over in my life. I don't understand any of it. Like new bosses. And the first thing they started to do was change our hours. Saying, no, 8 till 4 is your hours. No, it's not. 7:30 till 4, two-peed hours. No, 8 till 4. In the end, I had to lie and say that my wife goes to work at 5. I can't do 4 finish. And so they changed it. But the lad I worked with, they kept him on all that week, and then they put him on the same as me. So there's no need for it. And anyway, first off, black pour, beige head, lovely chocolatey stouty aroma. Anyway, this week there was a conversation. This was on Tuesday. This is before I heard. Or was it on Wednesday? It was Wednesday. We're in there. Our contracts manager turns around and says, "Yeah, first month you don't have to give any notice. You can just go." I think that's okay then. If I hear anything, I'm all right. I got the message on Wednesday. So anyway, I accepted the job offer. So look, they've told. I've just heard it again today. They're telling me no notice. Oh, that's great. Went in the next morning. Emailed the manager. Said, "Look, I'd like to resign. Month's notice." I said, "What?" Says Aaron, the manager, the other manager, says there's no notice. No, it's wrong. It's a month's notice. And I'm like, so I rang up their HR. Got some bitch of a woman. There must all be bitches in HR. It must be a thing. Anyway, got this woman, and she turns around to say, first she says 2 weeks, and she says, no. Then she rang me back and said, no, it's a month, and you have to pay for your uniform. PPE. So anyway, went to ACAS. ACAS says, what does it say on your contract? 2 weeks? Yep. Tell them it's 2 weeks, you've been to ACAS. No arguments. Told them, they accepted it. This morning, got an email saying, you're finishing on the 19th of August, Wednesday, and we are charging you 176 quid for uniform. So, went to my former bosses again, said to them, these idiots are trying to charge me for uniform. It says, on my contract, it says, hand all your uniform in. I've only used one fucking t-shirt as well. And all your uniform in, and there's no issues. So, I've just sent a snotty email back stating that, is it your purpose to change Tupe Regulations to fit yourself? And went through everything I've just told you. And now I'm waiting the outcome to see where it goes. And if I have to go on a shit stirring rampage and piss them off as much as I can, then I'm going to do it. It's not the person I am. Don't want it. I want to, you know, you want to leave on amicable terms. Because obviously I don't want them fucking with my money. But 176 quid, and see, I've got holidays as well carried over. So, in fact, I'll lose them 2 of them days' holidays now will be paid to pay fucking uniform. And I'm fuming about it, you know, absolute arseholes. Some people in this world are just absolute dicks. And we'll get and see what she says. And then on Monday, the campaign starts, and the shit stirring will be horrendous because I'm not having it. And even if I lose in the end, I'll have caused that much upset and shit stirring that I'll have justified some things. And there's some things I'm not going to say what I'm going to do, but just in case it gets too far. But they're breaking the law on certain things already, and I know they're breaking the law. And very interesting. They don't know. They probably don't realise they're breaking the law, but I know they're breaking the law. And before I go, I really want to leave it amicably and not have to go. But you've got to protect yourself, haven't you? You know, these people are breaking the law to force you to pay money to them. And I've not used any. I've only used one t-shirt. I can wash that t-shirt and give it back. Oh, so anyway, back to the beer. Back to what the actual review was about. Lovely aroma. Definitely getting that like a marshmallow aroma to it. Fruity aroma. And again in the taste, that, dare I say it, marshmallow, fruity taste. Smooth as they come, lovely chocolate, hint of roastiness. I also put in the letter that I've enjoyed a year here. It's been a very, very tough year. You will have noticed with the videos over the last few months how really tough it's been. My mental health through the roof. And yesterday, I was nearly at breaking point. I couldn't breathe. I had to go off and sit in the van, sit on the side of the stage. Even my workmates don't know how absolutely broken I was. Now I'm not pissed off that the anger side's coming out. The anxiety is actually dissipating because the anger side's coming out, and I'm raging. And you know, it's not fair that companies can do this to staff. If you're a bad worker and you know you break their conditions, then fair dues, you deserve everything you get. But if you're a good worker and you've been told a certain thing, or you believe that the regulations are there for your security and safety, and for them to break it, and they're brazenly breaking it as well. They're doing the same to another workmate. They're forcing him. His hours have always been, say, 6:30 till 3, since he's been there, 6 till 3, whatever. And they're doing the same with him, and they're trying to force him out. And you know, he's also having a fight with them, and so and then the other workmate now, he's on a 0 contract hour because he was on agency, and so now you basically got 3 people who are in a very uncertain future, and yet we do our work. It's you know, the contract was changed over because the previous people didn't supply the right tools. We had 3 sweepers, not one of them could suck up a bloody twig, and it's and the stress it's causing. I mean, at a stage you're at a breaking point. You thought, I want to go to work, do my work, do my fair share of work, as you'd be expected to do in any job, and you know, just go from there. But oh, Jesus Christ Almighty! God, it's only been 10 minutes. I've talked so much. So one of the hottest days of the year, 30 odd degrees. Thank God this cloud has killed that sun off a bit, and that's great because it's too bloody warm as it is. Hence why I'm sat outside doing the beer review and not inside. It's too warm for that rubbish. So yeah, can't say. I mean, at the worst point of it, I've got 8 days at work and I'm on the major countdown. Looking forward to a good new life. Bit of a trek every now and then, every couple of 2 days a week, a right good trek, all the way to Newark from where I am. But it's only half an hour, so about 35 minutes. So yeah, it's a trek, but hey ho. I always knew that to get the better job, I'd have to go to distance, as it were. But there's elements of this job that are dreamy, and I've got my garden in front of me, and I'm going to dig a lot of it up and split it. And the funny thing is that a lot of the plants here are going to be going to this new job. And I've also got a neighbour across the road who I gave plants to years ago, and there's a load of it needs splitting. And again, I'm going to split it, go over, and then do the same there. And I'm also going to grow a massive amount of seedlings, and you know, really embrace a good bright new future, positive thinking, with a boss that seems already a really decent person who's already telling me to fight him from my corner and don't let them get away with doing the dirty on me. So that's great, you know, that gives me strength. I mean, to go from anxiety at nearly breaking point yesterday, and then the anger side of me came out. I mean, it's like, no, I'm not having this. I'm not being treated like a cunt anymore. Isn't that life fun? Hey, it's like one thing after another. I've enjoyed so much in this last month or so. I'm never ever want to step outside that fucking estate again. And the funny thing is that if they don't play ball, then it's going to be a very uncomfortable week. Because the first time somebody comes to me and says anything, then I'm telling them the whole story. And if they walk across from me shocked and outraged and go on to complain to people, then I might have done my thing. You don't want to be that person that complains, but sometimes in life, you know, people need to be accounted for. And the way this woman spoke to me yesterday, I wasn't happy with the way she spoke to me. You know, you're telling them that you're suffering and that you've been told a certain thing, and for them to be the way they are, no need for it. Anyway, enjoying this. I do apologise for Barney. Your Marshmallow Stout is divine. That's these reviews. It's a bit of it's a beer review. It's life, and hopefully sometimes a good laugh. I know. And I'm going to get on my stories and tangent. In a world where a lot of people are being mistreated at the moment, you know, you've got to stand up for yourself. And I'm already going down once I get into this new job and I'm happy, by about Christmas I'm already going to start going down legal routes, and if it comes to it that I go for 2 or 3 different legal things, I'm going to do it, and you know, see what comes out of it, I suppose. It's not right that in any job you can be treated the way you're treated. And, if you're a bad person, you deserve everything you get. But I suppose So, enjoying this. Obviously, with it being so warm today, it's a good temperature for a stout because room temperature, and it's warm in there. It's not so warm out here, thank God. The clouds have cooled it down a little bit. But yeah, room temperature is a great temperature for stout. You know, in winter months, I'd rather drink anything dark at room temperature. So this is absolutely bang on. 7.4%, around about £1.50 a bottle for 7.4%. As we all know, you go to any local beer retailer for a 7.4%er, you're looking at nearly £4 or £5 for a bottle from these local, you know, from these beer shops. Not beer, you know, not beer like rah, but beer. So, no work this weekend. Yay! No gardening. Both the old man and old ladies are done. And the other garden that I do 3 gardens now. And the other garden they're away as well. I think they're away. If they're not, I need to pop round with a bottle of wine and fill them in, as it were. Tell them what I've enjoyed. And you know, as tough as it's been this last year, I'm on the verge of something amazing. And I know I'm going to a better place. All these fuckers are doing me shit at the moment are all, and they're going to be in the same shit place. So, whilst they may think, even if I have to pay that 176, which I will be disgusted at if I do, they may think they've got away with me, got away with beating me, but the shoe's going to be on the other foot, royally. And please, if you're watching this, if they ever do watch this, you know, I was the nicest person. I only wanted to go to work and do my work and be treated right, you know. Sometimes you can make your own enemies by being horrible to people. I learned a long time ago that being a nice person is always the best way. Don't be horrible to people. You know, you can create your own enemies. And in life, you know, well, you go to pubs in town on a normal pub night out, not a COVID pub night out. You look at somebody wrong, you get a bottle in your head, and that's just by looking at somebody wrong. I mean, in all the years I've been out and drinking in Nottingham, I've never had any trouble. And you know, never. I've even had people come from nowhere, stop people walking by to let me through. At this Rastafarian one night in one of the bars in town. And I come from the bar, I got 3 pints in my hand, or three drinks anyway, and like all these dickheads are walking by and no one was stopping. And this Rasta come from nowhere, sound youth as well, and he's like, fucking hell, let the man through. And you know, and we actually chatted to him for the rest of the night, and he was sound. And you do meet some really genuinely decent people. And to me, colour's not a thing. I don't look at people as colour. I don't look at people as gay or lesbian. I look at people as people. You know, if you're a nice person, you're a nice person. You know, and that's the way we should all be. You know, treat people with respect, get respect back. Treat people as you would want to be treated. Always the best way. And anyway, bloody hell, I hope you didn't see that on camera. Coronavirus sneeze there. And this is a funny thing that the Newark site I'm going to is in the middle of a bit of a coronavirus. They've had like 27 cases, and obviously that's not a lot of cases, not compared to Leicester. But obviously it is a worry that it's in the community again. And part my job's in Newark. So, but I'm working on my own, I'm outdoors, so it doesn't really affect me. It will affect, and actually the place where I'm going is not even open. Apart from a viewing for weddings in the future. So, yeah. Can't believe how lucky I've become, because I was looking at jobs, and the jobs I was looking at, they were just to get away, just to, so desperate to escape the situation. And then I gets a job, goes to the job, looks at the job, I knew straight away within 20 minutes of being there that I love this place. Spoke to the bloke, listening to everything he says, listening to his vision, because obviously in any job you listen to how they are, and they're listening to you, you're listening to them. They're judging you, you're judging them. Unless you're totally desperate for work and you've got to work, and it doesn't matter what the job is, you've just got to work to bring money, and then that's a different situation. But I'm judging him, and we're both judging each other's, and obviously he picked me, and I'm thankful for that. And some things that you always are thankful for from the bottom of your heart, and that I'm really thankful for, and looking forward to being a great employee. And maybe the odd beer review there, after hours obviously, not during hours, Jesus mate. Alcohol-free beer. Maybe not. Or go at the weekend when I can actually do a review. Take the family up just to see. Because to me this is it's a family-owned venture, and them seeing your family, and even though you're working for them, being friends, doing the best for them, and that's the sort of person I am. I want to do my best. I haven't had that ability with this job. I did a lot in my last job though. I did a lot, and they appreciated me for it. There was some issues at the end, but when the change of managers and change of owners sort of thing. But you can't win them all the jobs, can you? So, like I said, black pour, beige head, definitely that chocolate on the aroma, definitely some sort of fruitiness. I did get that marshmallow vibe, and the same on the taste. It came through on the taste. Overall, nice and smooth, very easy drinking, and went down a treat. Whew. Barney, you've done me proud. 7.4%. Nice to get something off your mind as well. I do apologise if I bore the shit out of people talking about jobs and that. I'm sure we are all in life now at this moment in time going through. Well, we're all going through the strangest moments in our life. Sadly, I've lived a lot of life. I've seen, as a child, domestic abuse, had domestic abuse. As an adult, I've gone through a lot, and but I was a great wife for most of that life, great kids. Been the subject of a trap at work. At the Arboretum where I worked, I was in the situation where, let's just say, the banter, we was all the same as each other's, banter-wise, and let's just say 3 people made up lies against me. I went in, I was asked questions, I was totally honest, because we were all the same, and forced me out of my job, and lost my belief in human beings, and there's some cruel, evil buggers in the world, people you trust, you think you trust, and I think Mulder was right, trust no one. So anyway, this fella, out of 5, really nice tasting beer with that marshmallow element. It was definitely there. Smooth, chocolatey, good tasting. Didn't really get the 7.4%, but that might be just because at the moment you know, maybe I'm a little bit too heavy on the beer, and that's because of issues at work more than bloody anything else. But yeah, very nice. Well worth a trip to Lidl to buy. Don't go too late, because you'll miss out, and you'll be sad you missed out. If you like stouts, you'll love this. Out of 5, 4.55 out of 5. Absolutely a cracker. And that's it from this beer review. A long beer review. I said it was going to be a long one, didn't I? Yeah. Interesting times ahead. When all you want's a quiet life and people put you in a corner and you think, right, that's it. I'm not having it anymore. And you come out, don't you? And you're just like, right. Especially when you're in the right. If you're in the wrong, then you've got nowhere to go. But if you're in the right, then it's worth not getting trod on by arseholes who are just corporate bullies, basically. Right. That's it for this bit. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers.